welcome back to another video. This week we're actually going to tackle a few trails in Moab. This first one we're going to hit is Metal Masher. Then we're going to move over to Hell's Revenge. So a big shout out to my wife. I was not planning on filming anything for this trip. It was a family trip. We've got kids and people stepping in front of cameras, and it just becomes really difficult to do so. So my wife decided, hey, I'm going to get out, get the camera going, and she is the one that's getting this footage for you.
Good driving.
Thanks.
Good duct tape job.
Hold on, that's your winch player.
So it's going to seem like there is a glitch right here, and that's because my wife didn't think I was going to make it up, and I flipped that front locker on and it just climbed right up. So she missed that initial climb and then turned the camera back on quick as she could.
Yeah, you're good.
Now this was one of the rare instances where the wheelbase of this truck was a disadvantage, and particularly it was how low my drive line was hanging. This particular wall curved in on either side, so you can see here that as I inch forward, the furthest part of that ledge was actually sticking out right where my drive line was. And you can see as I back up that I barely kissed that drive line. It was actually so much so that it just rubbed the paint off of it. I think we luck out here and my wife's able to zoom in where I stop right there. So this was a rough one. I was a little bit bummed because I don't think the truck would have had any problem climbing this other than that drive shaft got in the way. Now I did try a couple different angles. We wanted to move over. This was way more tipsy than it looked. It just wasn't going to do it no matter how we tried. So I ended up admitting defeat here. I didn't want to ruin the trip for the rest of the people that were with us by messing up that drive line. So this is an optional obstacle, and we ended up just going right around it. I actually don't even think this thing has a name. This is just before we got to Gulch, which I'll show you in a second. But this was a bummer, but also a lot of fun that we were able to try it.
barely touch
If you
it.
dig out any sand, it's gonna.
Oh yeah, if you spin, you'll sink on it.
I can put just a couple little rocks on there if you want.
Yeah, we'll, I will put the feet for today. Get his little ball.
Mm-hmm.
Now here we're approaching Mirror Gulch, and this was one of my favorite obstacles. It was really neat to be in that little canyon. The obstacle itself is not overly difficult, having lockers helps, but the only time I really see people struggle on this one a lot is because they haven't mastered the bump and the follow through. So you need to bump it, and then you need to understand that you need to give a steady fuel to the accelerator, right? But if you can get that down, this is a breeze and a ton of fun. Now this obstacle is called Misty's Thumb, and there are 3 routes, easy, medium, and hard. I'm about to take the furthest left, which is the hardest. I really just wanted to try it. I didn't think the truck was going to do it because I have seen rigs that are a lot more built just really struggle on this, and you can see how big those ledges are, and I was just thrilled with how well this thing climbed those ledges. It was one of the highlights of the trip for me because I really wasn't expecting to do this well. Now at this point of the trail, our camera ran out of batteries, which was perfect timing because this was really the last difficult obstacle on this trail. So we decided to head over to Hell's Revenge, checking my air pressure, and we are about to head up one of my most favorite trails in Moab, hands down. If you ever get to Moab, you've got to do Hell's Revenge. It is just amazing.
Down over where he went?
Hi.
Or you want to stay high?
Yeah, and then we'll go low the second time. We'll go low on the way back.
We'll come up it. Oh, Reese, it's easy peasy, lemon squeezy for cheesy.
Now I've got to apologize for the footage here. My wife was not filming. This was not normally a hard obstacle, but I ended up going far left, which made it extremely difficult. And we had somebody else filming. I think there was a crack in their screen, so I apologize for that. But this was worth getting. This was an obstacle that, 1, I shouldn't have tried, and 2, the truck shouldn't have made, but it was just amazing. You'll also see I get a little bit of body damage here because I've been lazy and have not built any rock rails.
I can't believe that wheel did that.
It was underneath.
I can't believe that did that.
You'll probably want to go passenger on your way out.
It was like a pogo stick.
Yeah, it
I thought
was.
your tire was just going to break off.
He didn't say it.
I'm gonna hit my bottom. I did last year.
Yeah, you're dead.
Goodbye, bed.
go?
Committed to my bed project. Well, it's just like, hey, come get in. Should be long enough.
He usually just scoops with his bumper right there. Yeah, but hey, watch out, Ro. Come over here.
This was one of those times where being a mom takes precedence over getting good footage. As I was climbing these ledges, the tires started to spin and our little one started to get a little bit too close to said tires. So as she intervened, we get a nice clip of the sky here, and then I'm over it. This was actually the very first time I had ever attempted Hell's Gate. And to be honest, dropping down into it right here was way more scary than climbing out of it. The camera angles just don't do this justice. This feels like you're about to fall off the edge of the earth. But it also shows you that with a well-equipped vehicle and a really good spotter. This really isn't that bad. It's more of a mind game than it is anything, but this was another high point, as I had always wanted to try this, but the circumstances were never right. So this was just really awesome. I hope you guys enjoy it.
I know, is he awake? Hey, don't let it go down there. Uh-oh.
Bring it back, bring it back.
You almost lost it.
Yeah, your daddy would ran it over.
Yeah, it does. I think he's on the water.
But someone would have had to go down there to get it out.
He could just drive it up. Yeah.
Oh.
We have to call Matt's off-road. Nope, we don't.
Go.
Here we're approaching what's called Dragon's Tail, where we're going to drop down off of the slick rock and down into the basin of the trail. This is an obstacle that's not overly difficult, but if you're not paying attention or you're doing dumb things, it can make for a very bad day. Just use your gears, use your brakes, and everything should go totally fine. At this point, we decided to circle back around and go out the same way we came in. You can take a shortcut that actually takes you right back down to the slick rock, which is the most fun part of these trails. So that's what we opted to do. Now, I wasn't going to include this part, but it is my wife's favorite piece of footage that we got. It puts a smile on her face every time, so she convinced me to put it in.
Beautiful.
Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.